Good morning, good people. Today is Friday, February. Cut, edit. Today is February 2nd, 2024. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. My name is Edward Bevilacqua. This is the Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help you move forward on your journey through life from point A to point B. That's it. No big deal. From Someday Isle to Successlandia, crossing the river denial. How about that? Okay. Oh, earlier in the week, I read something that you should take a break from caffeine for a week. So today is the first day I do that. Don't let the Starbucks cup confuse you. It's vitamin C emergency type drink. But anyway, back to why we're here, kind of waiting for the Undersergeant to get on board. Hopefully he's not going to break his record, his string of 6 days or 7 days. But that's what this is all about. So that's a good example talking what this is about. This is about creating, about repetition, creating a routine, a daily routine, so that it becomes a habit, and that habit replaces a better habit. So the habit, for example, for Matticus would be, so I'll just shorten that to Matt. So the habit for Matticus, the better habit would be being awake, being productive, rather than being asleep and being not productive. That's it. So all we want to do is replace habits with better habits. It doesn't have to be replace a bad habit, because what if you don't have any bad habits? You can still replace a habit with a better habit. So that's it. That's all we're trying to do, is help you move from where you are to someplace better. Your job is to show up every day, to create a routine, repetition, not just in this, but in everything. And everything worthwhile that you do, create a habit, a routine. And if you do that routine, you repeat the routine, pretty soon it becomes a habit. And then once it's a habit and you don't do it, you're going to feel your whole system is going to be like, wait, something's not right. When you have a habit is unconscious behavior. When you have a habit, that frees your conscious mind to be able to do something else. So a typical example would be when you're driving a car, that's unconscious behavior, mostly. If you're able to text, chew gum, eat a hamburger, sing along on a song, not necessarily at the same time, but even at the same time, if you can do all that, you're doing that stuff unconsciously, or you're doing some of it unconsciously. You're driving the car unconsciously as you're doing all of those other things. So the more stuff we can move to autopilot, to unconscious behavior, the better it is. It's much easier to drive if you're driving non-consciously. If you just have your reticular activating system focused on certain rules, like if the guy in front of me puts on his brake lights, or if the brake lights in front of me go on, I move my foot from the gas and I hover over the brake. I don't push the brake, I hover over the brake. Good drivers, red light, boom, hover, don't push brake, because maybe you don't need to stop. Maybe you don't need to slow down. So, but I'm driving along, talking, thinking, doing whatever. My reticular activation system is already programmed that if the red lights go on in that car, come back to attention, focus, see what's going on, hover, foot over pedal, hover, what's next. That's how we want to do it. Another example would be when we brush our teeth. what happens? We're consciously focused on, okay, toothbrush, toothpaste, put toothpaste on toothbrush, and focus, put it under the water, do that, bring to mouth. The second the toothbrush hits my teeth, my brain is now able to go somewhere else. Why? Because I created a habit, I created a routine, I taught myself how to do it. So now my time is freed up. I'm doing two things. I am actually multitasking. One, consciously, what I'm thinking about. One, not consciously, brushing my teeth. And the new toothbrushes, well, they're not new anymore, but the toothbrushes of today have a 2-minute thing, and every 30 seconds they pause, just like for that, for half a second. Just so, oh, okay. And then you train yourself. Okay, first I'm going to do this. 30 seconds later, I'm going to do that. 30 seconds later, I'm going to do this. 30 seconds later, I'm going to do that. And it goes beep, 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 and it goes off. Boom, back to consciousness. Okay, now I've got to do this and this and this. And so as much as we can move to non-conscious behavior, to a habit, the better, because that frees our mind. And the estimates are that 95% of our day we go through non-consciously. We're daydreaming, we're mind wandering. But anyway, so this is the podcast to help you create habits, better habits. And that's it. No big deal, better habits. The big deal is in the worksheet. Ding, ding, ding. The big deal is in the worksheet. What do we have for Johnny? Okay, well, the worksheet contains all of the little clips and videos and text from people who are bona fide experts in their field. So we have short little things that you can ingest, digest, process, take with you. Don't leave home without them. Things to help you on your journey through life. Little shortcuts, improvements, things to do. Ponder this, ponder that. And that's a good segue to the theme of today. What if you stopped telling lies? What if you stopped, you only said things that were the truth? So this is a Jordan Peterson thing. Because when you say something that's not true, a little voice in your head, for Socrates, it was his daemon, would say, that's not true. Jordan Peterson did this experiment when he was younger. He programmed his Raz to not say things that were not true. Because when he'd say something that wasn't true, the little voice in his head would say, that's not true. You know it's not true. You're not being original. You're not being honest. Whatever it was. And Darren Hardy today talks about not telling lies. Also, in the Darren Hardy thing, is when you tell a lie, when you tell the truth, you just have to say what happened. You don't have to remember stuff. When you tell a lie, you have to think of a story that's close enough to be believable, and then you have to deliver it in a believable way, and then you have to remember it. So our brains get cluttered with non-truths. All right, so we're running out of time. It is 6:11. Let's get to our point on our podcast today. Planning is the key. Why is planning the key? Because if we fail to plan, we plan to fail. So we plan our work and we work our plan. This is a very good routine to get into. It's another routine is you're planning the day. Planning the day is another good routine to get into. And then you turn it into a habit. So you're not what they call in law school, at least the law school I went to, being rudderless. If you're rudderless, you're carried by the current and the wind, and you usually almost always end up someplace you really didn't want to be. Okay, so planning, first 4 steps, planning. It's simple. Say, something great is going to happen to me today, and drive that stake in the ground. Something great is going to happen to me today. Say it as a incantation, not an affirmation. What we're trying to do is program the Raz. An affirmation might look like, well, I don't believe it's true, but if I say it, I'll convince myself it's true because my brain doesn't know the difference. And that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to program the RAS, and the RAS does something. Basically, it scans all information available to us. One of the things, it scans all information available to us to support our beliefs. So all information available to us means we can see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it, whatever. If it's information comes into us, I think Mark Dawes says like 300 billion bits of information per second. Every sound, every nerve cell, everything, every pixel our eyes pick up is constantly streaming into our brain, but we need to filter it. The reticular activating system basically filters out everything that's not important, and it's constantly scanning all information available to us so if we can hear it to support our belief. So that's why if somebody who you don't know is there says your name, boom, it instantly gets your attention. Why? Not because of the law of attraction, because this little part in our brainstem, the reticular activating system, is constantly scanning all information to support our beliefs. We believe our name is important. We believe if somebody calls our name, we need to respond. So we need to program the RAS, always program the RAS. The problem is too many people program the RAS for negative things like this sucks. So every time you're doing something that you believe sucks, anytime something pops up that's not great, it's going to be aha. Here's another thing. It's like aha, 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 and pretty soon all you see are things that make it suck. Always always look on the bright side. So this again is part of the RAS. Program your RAS to always look on the bright side. Jordan Peterson says life is suffering. Work to overcome it. Life is suffering. So why focus on the suffering? Focus on taking it away, getting through it. The obstacle is the way. Seek uncomfort. Okay, so if life is suffering and you're looking for seeking uncomfort, are you going to find it? Yes, it's going to be all around. Pick it up here, 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 here. Whereas if you're seeking comfort, it's rare. It's short-lived. Advice from an 80-year-old: look people in the eye. Look people in the eye. We are all conditioned, programmed, evolved. Who knows? Maybe it's stamped in our DNA or into our genes that people who are shifty-eyed we can't trust. Okay, have your 3 simple goals for today. We're at 6:15. It's about time. Aha, he made it. Matt made it. So is this day number 7, Matt, or 6? Let's see what Matt says. So he's late, but he made it. So next time I would reframe that, Matt, into a positive. Don't come up with the excuse of why you almost failed. Say, here I am. Life is great. Here I am. Day 7 or 6? 7 or 6, Matt. 7 or 6. 7 or 6. 7 or 6. These are not things I need to remember for you, but I do want to acknowledge it. Or we can just, okay, day number 6. Okay, Matt, day number 6. I thought it was 7. But okay, we'll go with the 6. So good, Matt is here. It's time to go. Again, the most important thing, lesson learned, Matt, here today, routine. Keep doing it. Do it, do it, do it. Don't stop. Turn it into a routine into a habit. And all we want to do is constantly have better habits. Create habits. Unconscious behavior frees up our mind to focus on other things. So with that, I will say hasta la vista. It's another great day. I'm going to be in Vegas today. Tomorrow you'll see me with my hairs shortened. My hair is shortened. You won't see my hair cut because we're going to get rid of the cut hair, but you'll see the shortened hair, and I should look much more dapper. Okay, great day yesterday in Vegas. class number 3 for pastoral ministry, graduate program in pastoral ministry. Great day, great class. I'm looking forward to the next one. And with that, hasta la vista, baby. Hasta la vista.